All right, traders, welcome on back here this Thursday afternoon. It's actually not just the or near the end of the week. It's actually the end of the pay period, last day of the month here in July. Great to have all of us though back inside our live trading room though. First, Mike, got Jeff, so Lynn and Randy before, Dave, Andrea, Kathleen, Bill, Phil. Got a few of us here that I was just chatting before privately on the side. A few of us I was working with privately and coaching just earlier. I'm juggling a few things today. I'm like a circus freak today. I'm on my unicycle. I got a few bowling pins in the air here today. Well, deservedly so. Our guy Rich, he's off the next couple days, a little vacation time, right? So, I've been kind of running things here myself, and it's been a great day, at least otherwise. Farzad, Chuck, Bill, Scott, all of our students and members alike inside our live trading room. If you're joining us back on social, though, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I don't know what happened. I think the gerbil got stuck in the webcam again. Either way, though, just down below at Cyber Trading U, just down below, make sure to hit the follow or subscribe button there. But with that said, I mean, hey, the markets are bouncing right now. I think that's like maybe the second real bounce that we've had so far. But predominantly, we've been making lower highs, lower lows. Don't get me wrong. We short here. In fact, Fausto had a really good short to start the morning off on the Shack trade. So dropped off. He got in off of like 120. I think he did cover around 116, 115 shortly after reversal time, right? I mean, 10:30 in the morning, dropped off and ended up bouncing later on. So even with this having bad earnings, this didn't really drop with the market as much heading into the afternoon. But point being, it was a good short earlier. Myself, the Novo trade. This has been a great short from yesterday, right? We called this out off the drop from in the morning yesterday, pulled back into the afternoon. We were looking for this to pull back even further into the rest of this week. Now on this trade, I will just point out, let me just show this here to begin. I'll kind of get to where I was getting to because I think a lot of us are doing good this morning, even if you weren't shorting at least. So we had some good support on Novo around 47.45, 47.40, or $47-ish here. And from yesterday afternoon, we were hypothesizing by the end of this week, we could see it pretty much touch it, get close to it. And we're there now. So I don't know if this is going to be a continued short into this afternoon from this point. Maybe it crashes a little lower, then bounce up. But where I'm getting to, though, here is that yeah, this is like maybe the second good bounce we've had today across the stock market. A lot of us, though, did really well on the long side and on a lot of trades that have held trend throughout the day today have not made these lower highs, lower lows, but have been making higher lows, higher highs. So let me just ask here for all of us just joining us right now. Great to also see I had a good day here. Sonia, John, Alex, Jim, Thomas, Sharon, Roberto, Deborah here, all of us just joining us. Who here is positive on the day today? If you traded this morning, if you were following our picks this morning in the pre-market, the morning watch list, even right now, are you up on the day? I just want to hear from you. Let me know if you are up, positive, above zero on the day. Great to see a lot of us here. You got Chuck, April, Jackal, one of our new trial members just joining us here. Great to see. And we'll play Josh, the instructor, right now. As a trial member, it would be just best to kind of sit back and take things, if not very slowly, then to even not just trade at all, just to see if this is even something you like, something that is compatible with your personality at least. But a lot of us up on the day. April on Tesla. Yeah, Tesla was a good short also. So speaking of at least going with the market, Tesla has been a pretty good short today in itself. Hey, maybe we come back to this by the end of the afternoon. We'll see if this is going to make another lower high. But what we'll do is just show a few of the trades from the morning session because a lot of these stocks did pretty nicely for us here. This SNGX was the trade of the day, and we had called this stock out all beginning from the pre-market. And let me just show that here. If you're just joining us inside our live trading room, just give me a brief moment. All right, so you could see pretty much this is our dialogue throughout the entire day on this stock, SNGX. Just even as early as 7:30, kind of talking about it. Here's the news that came out on it just with phase 2. Behçet's disease. I can't tell you what that is, at least right now. I'll pop it in ChatGPT later on. But otherwise, the game plan was wrote out to all of us here early in the morning. We're looking to see this flip resistance into support, right? We had $2 resistance, which was holding pretty well in pre-market, 195 at least a little afterwards here, $2. So it broke above it early. It did flip it pretty damn well into support. That's where I jumped in. I got in at 202. Led to a great move up at the time. So I ended up getting out on this. Where was it? The first half. It's moved up a hell of a lot more higher than I thought it was going to. So let's see, can I show it to you here? Is it going to show it to you here? And all the way up to $7 on this trade. I don't know why it's not showing it here. It's on my other platform. One moment here. Ended up jumping in this trade once it broke over 2. Probably just from my other screen. Just give me a second. See if it shows on this one, just to make the point. Oh, son of a gun, it's not showing my position, so I'm not going to be able to show the rest of my trades then, at least. TradeStation's malfunctioning here. All right, well, it's just to mention, at least. I jumped in off 2. I got out right around 340, around 330, 340, and it just kept going up. This thing just kept breaking higher across the morning, and figures, right? Well, it ended up topping off eventually around 5, and then I think even from there, this ended up making a lower high, pulled back. I wrote earlier, this kind of looks like a quarter pipe. If you're looking at like a skateboarding type of ramp here, kind of nice steep ramp, little entrance way here, but this thing is on the way down now. This thing is done for by the end of the day here. So we're finished up on this. This one, the VRME, was a little tough. I went break even on this trade at least. It pushed back up a little bit higher. I wrote to one of our students, Ron. It's like, listen, this thing's like as tough as a $5 steak right now. And you would figure with as many retests of resistance, it would have played nicer like the SNGX trade from pre-market. But otherwise, it popped back over here. I jumped in at this point, and then I got out break even as it was chopping back down at 125. And I didn't try it again since. It's trying to go back up right now, though. So do I put this on our main list at this point? Maybe. Just listen, I mean, if you don't like watching the grass grow, I would move on to a different trade, right? I mean, this is a real slow mover. If you're in already from 125, 124, the area that, probably we were saying best to be called out off pre-market, you could ride it out, right? I mean, it's not, a bad idea to try and ride it out if you're in from this area. But let's see what else we got here. Now, the Newegg trade's been moving up pretty nicely, but the issue on this is the order book. Next to no people out there at all in the order book. So, if you want to trade that on tiny, tiny size, you could try that. This was also one of our trades of the day. So I guess I'm not going to be able to show you my entry on this now either, but all from earlier, just this afternoon, we were commenting on this stock. I jumped in on it off of 410. I did take a break even and then a loss on this stock before I took my third entry on it, and finally it worked out. So let me at least show this to you here on Bookmap, PAPL. You have the CVP level pretty much right here, $4. Around I used 410. I guess it became $4 over time, but 410 was the price that we were mainly focused around. And a couple of false breaks at first, but once it creeped back up here, that's when we were calling it back out to our students inside our trading room. Show you this here to you. More in the afternoon session. So PAPL should hold resistance at 410 at first, again, but creeping under, it's a good chance here. Been teasing 410 too long. It needs to play nice. There's my entry. There's my VRME, at least, that I went break even on over time. But otherwise, yes, this was a beauty of a trade today off of that 410 level. Now, I don't mind leaving money on the table because if you're up a pretty handsome amount on the trade already, if you've realized that proverbial big move that we always look for, then I don't mind if this goes up a wee bit more higher because look at the fall off, right? You knew that this was going to happen. If you're a member or a student inside our live trading room, unless if you're brand new, of course, if you've gone through our phase 1 program, phase 2 program, phase 3, of course, with Fausto trading live, see him right there talking about a stock CPOP there. Listen, you should know that this stock is going to come back down over time. If not the same day, then maybe like tomorrow, maybe the next week, Monday, or the latest. I mean, even just check out a couple other stocks that we had from earlier this week, right? Check out the V-Wave trade. This actually has held kind of okay or made a move yesterday again, but look at it now, right back down it goes. So a lot of these stocks are going to make that same type of move. So I'm just pointing out that the fall off should not be too surprising. Don't let it be like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's not that crazy. Moved up way too much, way too fast. Now, the same could be said with APLD because, I mean, granted, this did pop from the after hours yesterday, like really strong move up. Shit, this actually almost made like a 50% move. All right, so that's very impressive. But this is not some small cap stock, but it ended up still dropping off a lot though from here, right? Held that resistance at 14. Even when it popped back up here, it made a lower high, came back down. I did not get my hands on this APLD trade. I wish I did though off 13. 13, once it was retesting a resistance, I was calling it out and I was thinking about taking it right from there, but retest, rebroke, boom, that was it. But otherwise, though, for the rest of the day today, I'll come back to it if I need to. It's definitely not too volatile for us. Nice order book. If it wants to hold 13 now and squeeze off of it, I guess there's a shot, a non-zero chance of that happening, we'll say. All right, let's see what else we got here. Maybe I need to like kind of jack up my volume. Yes, exactly it. All right, so here's CPOP. Fausto pointing this out to us as I was mid-meeting here, so just filtering out my volume. Yeah, this thing's flying back on up here, getting halted. So easily going to put this on our watch list. We got the VRME trade, but the CPOP we're going to put way above that. It's going to be number one on our list here so far. What's the news? Let's just check Benzinga. We love checking Benzinga for our news here. Shout out Benzinga. All right, let's see. Pop culture groups. It's from 8:45 in the morning. Some project launching in China. Well, I guess a little delayed, right? Unless, though, here's the thing. This is going to be funny. I mean, I think China markets, though, open up at 7:30 p.m. Eastern or maybe 8:30 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. So that doesn't really align with this here, like the China market open. See this pop. Get it? See, pop. But no, just to say, though, we're going to put this on our watch list, though, for sure. Good shout from Fausto there. Now we'll keep going because we weeded out all this low volume crap at least. We'll probably still have to skim through this quick, but we'll be a lot faster now. RSI, not the indicator. Root Street Interactive, I guess. I mean, this is going up really nicely, though, right now. RSI. Pretty damn good long-term graph. Where did this thing come from? Right around like 22, 21.50 for that to be a resistance. That's interesting. You know what? Just like I'll put it on our list. It's a pretty interesting move here. Spreads good for now, but it probably open up. The order book's a little thin, but nice move though. Got to give it some credit. See if there's more to it. SNDL, like see, I was in and out of this also for like maybe it was like a 2-penny loss. I was in and out on just cheap, but you can do more shares. This is trying to come back up though a little bit though. Another stock that's like watching the grass grow, so I don't really want to spend too much time on that. But ATAI, now this I feel like has a little more pop to it. I'll add the ATAI here. Nice chart. Really nice chart. Oh, this is, I guess, one of the potential swing trades that we had our eyes on like weeks back. I forgot about it. Just now that I see the daily chart move here, it's like, oh, okay, we definitely had shouted that out at some point. So doing even better now across this week. It could hold back over $3 long term, which it just did this week to begin. Looking pretty good. Next resistance seemingly right around $5, a little underneath $5, $4.95. All right, cool. We like this one here, the ATAI. See what else we got, though. I mean, the markets were dropping off earlier. It goes to show that there are a lot of trades going against the grain here. You know, hey, also stocks that are popping off good earnings. So eBay, you know, shout out eBay. We were talking about that earlier. Definitely a pretty strong move long term, and this is at all-time highs as well. Carvana was at all-time highs and still a very strong chart long term. Probably the best that we were talking about from before, Fausto and myself. Look at this long-term move from 750 basically, probably you could say even under, just all the way up to over 400, 410. Insane. What else here? What else here? Just kind of skimming through right now. Just take any recommendations from students at least or members inside our live trading room. If you're on social media, hey, I'd love for you to participate as well, but you got to learn before you can earn, right? And we want you to know why we're calling these trades out to even start. So we do suggest for you to be inside our live trading room, and you know, we work with you just personally, just answering all questions that you have there throughout the day. The stock PROK is a nice iceberg here on the bid. 285. You know, it's kind of near the highs. you know what? We got a little time right now. I'll put this up on my book map here. We'll see when that order showed up. We also got to get to Figma, IPO, right? We'll get to that in a bit. Ooh, this one just popped up actually. Look at when this pop up, like 2:38 Eastern, 2:39. All right, so about 6 minutes ago. Popped up at first, flattening out now. I'll give it a look. I'll give it a look. PR okay. All right. See if there's anything else though looking even better. Something like a CPOP, something like an ATAI. Not terrible, but I don't really like the Bitcoin mining stocks in the afternoons. NCLH. This had good earnings also, but dumped off there a little bit. This has been a great COVID stock. This was a really nice stock during COVID. So, obviously tanked, but not just a swing trade, but day trading it up and down. Oh, it's had a great order book. It was one of my more preferred stocks back then. Oh, those were the days. All right. Anything else looking good, folks? You let me know across the gainer side. Listen, there's still a lot that's up percentage wise, but there could be some good shorts. Get the Fig. Just a moment. All right. So I'll make the same joke that I made earlier, and hopefully you guys don't throw any tomatoes at me. But yeah, it looks like Lung lost its air today. All right. Before I see my way out the door there, I guess some tomatoes thrown at me there. I don't know what happened. The stock's down 41%. Get it? Lung, air, lost its air. See now, do that, but I can't really do a Friday riddle like later. But let's see what else we got here. Anything else looking good as like a more tradable move, a short? Yeah, Peter already got that RSI trade. That one's looking pretty damn nice. That one's looking pretty interesting as long as the order book is not going to open up too bad. Haven't really seen that one trade before, so it's just it's more interesting than anything. It's tradable and kind of see how it reacts. Shaq was a good short earlier. We had talked about that. Fausto killed it on that. Just now it's squeezed back up a little bit. All right. So anything else here on the loser side even? I'm just kind of skimming this at least. It's easier to go through the loser side, but take a look at NVIDIA. We'll take a look at this is a nice volatile move at least. Listen, if you do pretty good on NVIDIA day to day, week to week, you know who you are, right? Because if you make consistent money on NVIDIA, you got to appreciate the drop that it had today, but then just the bounce, it has some good movement. Tesla, you could say the same, obviously, for. Palantir, normally you can, a little choppy today. Hims made a great push earlier today, got out on my swing trade on that, pushed up a little bit higher, but so be it. Objective completed, filled the gap and then some, but not a lot of these stocks are looking that great, maybe outside of NVIDIA, Tesla for the volatility reasons. All right. So, folks, all hands on deck. Let me know if anything else looks good. If you're inside our live trading room, we'll check out Benzinga Pro at least here before we wrap it up. Not a lot of those trades were looking good from before. MP is a strong long-term graph. We like that stock normally. SoFi maybe over time, just not right now. SNGX we're done with. I saw it pop up on my scanner. I'm like, well, there's no way this is going back up. Yeah, no, this is done. BAPL, same exact deal. We're done with these trades. We got to move on from these toys, find new toys to play with. It's pretty much it, right? Exactly why Fausto called out CPOP. Yeah, that's what's going to happen, though, Lynn and Randy, just in terms of the halts. I think this was like 2 halts in a row to the upside. There's your halt on the downside. Now, the question is, can it build good, real support? This is all just a lotto, here. If you're just trying to jump in, I wish you luck, but you're kind of gambling. That's a general statement. That's a general statement. No one specific, obviously, but just saying that this is expected. Now, here, the question is going to be when this reopens up, can it build support? We're going to put it on our watch list for that reason. So, all right. I think that pretty much just wraps it up, though. I mean, there's nothing else really here that I saw. We got a not bad watch list, at least for right now, folks. We got a few different trades that possibly could run into the afternoon. So if you're joining us on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, etc., hey, just I'll pop this up one more time down below, corner left. Just at Cyber Trading You if you're on social, YouTube, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter. Just make sure to follow or subscribe to all of our streams. But on YouTube, that's where we post all of our main educational content, including our shorts. So be sure to check those out. But otherwise, if you wanted to take the next steps, just join us inside our live trading room. Just go right down to the link scrolling down below in blue on the bottom, ctu.co/trial. You shall see that coming up right now on the bottom. But we look forward to seeing you there. And then for all of us right now, members and students alike, hey, I'm a marathon man today. You know what I mean? We got to fill up on water. We'll be good to go coming up at 3:05. I'll be taking you into the close here. And we'll go from there, folks. Talk to you soon.